Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you very much for joining me today. How you doing? So, in this life, you never know what's coming next. What could be around the corner. Could be good, could be bad. And I was thinking, maybe I'll become an Australian billionaire in the future. I don't know. Anything could happen. So if that happens to me, I need to be prepared. So I need to watch this video. What it's like to be a billionaire in Australia. Make sure I even want to be an Australian billionaire. It's by The Richest. Holy crap. 15 million subscribers. Small and up-and-coming YouTube channel. Actually, let's see if we can make it 15. Oh, nope. Check them out, link down below. Wow. I'm happy being a dollar heir. Nice. Yeah.
Australia has more billionaires per million people than China, India, and Japan combined.
Okay. Those are kind of like random countries to choose. But that's an interesting stat.
In fact, Australia has more billionaires per capita than almost every G7 nation. Only the United States has more.
Really? Interesting. That is interesting.
The ultra-wealthy in Australia lead extravagant lives, and the country is gaining billionaires at a feverish pace. According to Forbes, there are currently 44 billionaires living down under.
Shout out to y'all 44 out there. Good job. How many of the 44 are watching right now? 0? Wow, 44 billionaires. Feels good. Hey, at least a lot of the millionaires are becoming billionaires, guys. Because for the rest of the people, it feels like we're all getting poorer because everything keeps getting more expensive. But at least there's more and more billionaires.
That's 13.
It is pretty cool. I am jealous, to be honest. Being an Australian billionaire would be pretty cool.
More than in 2020. Today, we're going to take a look at the richest people in Australia and show you how they made their incredible fortunes.
Why? Those are American dollars.
We'll also explore some of their fabulous purchases and take a look at Australia's most upscale neighborhoods. Let's get started. The majority of Australia's billionaires...
It'd be funny if it was like, the billionaires, they can actually afford a 2-bedroom apartment in Sydney, downtown Sydney. I know that's crazy to think, but they can actually afford that.
Earned their fortunes from media, mining, and technology. Mike Cannon-Brookes, who at the time of producing this video had a net worth of $23.6 billion, is Australia's richest person. He and his business partner, Scott Farquhar, founded software company Atlassian.
Oh, wow. I would have assumed it was all like mining dudes and ladies. Software. I was going to say, this guy looks kind of young. Wow, $25 billion.
The venture has proven to be incredibly lucrative as Atlassian boasts NASA, Tesla, and SpaceX as customers. Cannon-Brookes uses his money to buy whatever he wants, including a 258-hectare farm in Australia's Southern Highlands. The ultra-luxurious property is worth $9.3 million and has a farmhouse, guest house, manager's residence, and, of course, equestrian facilities. The tech mogul's entire real estate portfolio is estimated to be worth $180 million. Cannon-Brookes also took inspiration from Mark Cuban and bought an NBA team. He's now part owner of the Utah Jazz thanks to a $1.66 billion deal.
Oh my God.
Second place on Australia's rich list is, you guessed it, Scott Farquhar.
I did not guess it. I've never heard of him.
At the time of producing this video, he had a net worth of $23.5 billion. He and Cannon-Brookes founded Atlassian using $10,000 worth of credit card debt.
Are you serious? That's a beautiful, see, they're not American, but that's like the American dream right there. Go into $10,000 of credit card debt and become a billionaire. That's actually so badass, it's crazy. Well done.
That's quite impressive because at the time of producing this video, the company had a market cap of $99.31 billion. Australia's...
I just need to look up what that company actually does because I'm curious. I'm bringing it over. Hold on. The new Jira. Oh. Really? It's just like project management software. That's cool. That is cool.
Third richest person is Rupert Murdoch. The media mogul is...
How did I not know he's Australian? How the hell did I not know that?
the man behind Fox News and News Corp. At the time of producing this video, he had a net worth of $23.1 billion. His biggest payday came in 2019 when he sold 20th Century Fox to Disney for a whopping $71.3 billion. Murdoch personally pocketed $8.7 billion in cash and stocks thanks to the deal with the House of Mouse.
How did I not know he was Australian?
Murdoch lives lavishly. He owns a beautiful $50 million sailing yacht called Vertigo that
A sailing yacht, that's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
comes complete with a deck jacuzzi and custom-built limo tender. Murdoch also owns properties all over the globe, including a Southern California vineyard estate worth $30 million.
The sick thing about real estate like this and these billionaires is that, like, it makes perfect sense that they buy up all the properties in the world, the most beautiful properties, because it just goes up in value. It appreciates. So it's like, it's kind of just like a sick and twisted thing about the world, in my opinion. It's not fair. Like, they not only do they get to purchase this type of property, but they actually make money by doing that. That ain't fair. Seems wrong.
He also owns a $4.3 million mansion right next to his vineyard and a $54 million luxury penthouse in New York. Coming in at number 4 on Australia's billionaire list is mining magnate Gina Reinhardt. At the time of
Oh, wow. Is that the lady who didn't want her portrait in the museum?
producing this video, she had a net worth of $22.3 billion.
Damn.
She inherited her father's mining company, Hancock Prospecting, and
That's one way to do it.
transformed it from a struggling business into an economic powerhouse. Hancock
Oh, wow.
Prospecting has seen tremendous growth shipping iron ore to China. Reinhardt uses those massive profits to buy land all over Australia. She's actually the country's largest landowner, owning 9.2 million hectares of property. That's 1.3% of Australia's landmass.
That's kind of creepy. I feel like there needs to be a cap on that. Better do it quick before she buys up the whole country.
Much of the land is used to raise cattle. Reinhardt is Australia's second largest cattle producer, and she recently made $216 million by selling 110,000 head of cattle and 1.8 million hectares of prime grazing country. You could call Clive Palmer Australia's most eccentric billionaire. At the time of producing this video, he had a net worth of $3.7 billion. But he doesn't splurge on fancy cars and private jets. Instead, he spends his money building bizarre attractions. He's
That's awesome.
spending $500 million to build a fully operational replica of the Titanic.
Okay, why the hell would you do that? Who's gonna go on that? Just kidding, I totally would.
Fittingly dubbed Titanic 2. He's also spending $72 million on a massive renovation at Palmer Coolum Resort. Palmer's luxurious resort is home to a world-class golf course and a life-size model of a T-Rex. Palmer even built a real-life Jurassic Park.
Why can't more billionaires be like this guy? This is what it's all about. Why do they all have to be so serious and weird? Or not weird enough, I guess I should say. Be a little bit more weird with your money once you're a billionaire, okay?
At his resort. However, these dinosaurs are robotic, not the real thing. Palmer was so
Really?
obsessed with whether or not he could, he didn't stop to think if he should. Point Piper in Sydney has historically been regarded as Australia's most expensive suburb, so it's no surprise that this affluent neighborhood is where you'll find Australia's largest and most expensive home. The Fairwater Mansion was recently purchased for $72 million by none other than Mike Cannon Brooks. In addition to a 120-year-old mansion, the incredible property includes horse stables, 2 guest houses, a tennis court, an outdoor swimming pool, and, of course, stunning views of the Sydney Harbor. Cannon Brooks and Scott Farquhar.
Unbelievable. That property is is on Sydney Harbor. Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Of course, stunning views of the Sydney Harbor. Cannon Brooks and
That's so much land to just be like, that land is worth so much money, and it's all just part of that gigantic property.
Scott Farquhar aren't just business partners, they're neighbors too. Farquhar purchased Elaine Gardens next door for $51 million. Farquhar's historic mansion dates all the way back to 1863, and he reportedly had to spend millions just to make it livable. The stunning mansion
Poor guy.
even has a ballroom. You won't find one of those in a modern mansion. Australia's second most expensive mansion is also located in Point Piper. We're not sure who paid $68 million for Edgewater Mansion, but he or she
Which one of you was it?
is most likely worth a few billion at least. In front of the gorgeous 19,735 square foot mansion, you'll find a harborfront tennis court and boat dock. It's hard to believe that this stunning
All these billionaires have grass courts, huh?
property sold for only $3.6 million back in 1985. That's an incredible return on investment. Further up the coast sits another incredible mansion. This one is on Sovereign Island in the city of Gold Coast. Billionaires get a lot more bang for their buck here because this 45,789 square foot mansion sold for just $45 million. It has 6 bedrooms, a private maid's quarter, 106 meters of private coastline, and a Turkish bathhouse. The home also has one of the
Oh my god, a Turkish bathhouse. I've always needed a Turkish bathhouse. I don't know what that is.
most fabulous accent pieces you will ever lay your eyes on. A giant bronze statue
That's
of
cool.
Neptune. Inside the gorgeous mansion, you'll find cast iron railings, beautiful chandeliers, marble countertops, and a opulent spiral staircase. The outdoor pool and jacuzzi overlook the ocean, and the property is lined with perfectly manicured hedges and palm trees. The Sovereign Islands development is a gated community where residents pay $2,600 for security and parks, and it's almost unheard of for homes in the area to sell for less than $20 million. When Australia's billionaires travel,
This is starting to make me sick.
they do so in style. Rupert Murdoch owns a $65 million Gulfstream G650. The 8-passenger private jet has plush white leather seats, big screen TVs, and 2 Rolls-Royce engines. Reinhardt owns a private jet too. Hers is
Is that the lady? I need to look this up. Lady who didn't want portrait in Australian Museum. You think that's a good search? That's her. Gina Reinhardt. Google's pretty smart.
a Gulfstream 600 that's worth $58 million. Private jet ownership in Australia has increased significantly in recent years, and many of Australia's uber-wealthy enjoy jetting off to nearby Hamilton Island and Hayman Island, where they can enjoy white sand beaches. There's one thing Australia's billionaires don't spend a lot of money on.
At least there's 44 people out there that feel super rich and are super rich, guys. In these trying times where everything keeps going up in cost. You know, these people are living it up. Yay!
Taxes. Australia's GDP to tax ratio is just 27.8%, which is one of the lowest rates in the world and only slightly higher than the 24.5% rate in the United States. Australia's Green Party wants to change that. That's why they recently proposed a 6% wealth tax. The proposed tax could
Wealth tax, holy crap.
be a windfall for Australia and create $41 billion in funds over the next decade. The party wants the funds to be used on eco-friendly energy projects. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Australia is home to the world's most expensive cocktail? Club 23 in Melbourne is home to a drink called the Winston, which will set you back $12,970.
Wow. Oh. Amazing, guys. I don't know. If I do end up becoming an Australian billionaire, which, you know, anything's possible, I would definitely be like, I'd try to be like this guy. I'd make a, well, I guess I can't make Jurassic Park because he already did that, but I'd find something else. That's pretty cool. He already remade Jurassic Park and the Titanic. That's pretty iconic. I'd have to think on that. But I would try to be like that guy. He seemed like the coolest one. Wow. Thank you very much for watching. I feel poor now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.